Hey everyone, if you can't tell already, I like Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. So much is right with this game, especially with the DLC. So, today I thought I could look back on every single DLC character in Smash Ultimate, rank them, and give my thoughts on them. I'll be ranking these characters based on their attention to detail, if it truly feels like you're playing as that character, and what their stage and music are like. And, of course, if they play fun. How do you measure fun? Subjectively, of course, but also try to see what other people say online. So, let's get started. Coming in last place is Min Min, and I think it's a bit obvious why. Min Min isn't that fun to play as or against. She feels a lot like the Belmonts, but at least they got 4 different special moves. Min Min only has 9 moves and aren't just shooting her arms out, being her down special, nair, up air, up smash, up tilt, and down tilt. Notice how all these moves are up and down? That's because her forward tilt, forward smash, fair, back air, and side specials are basically the exact same move. She does sell playing arms, but that's not even really a good thing. Arms is boring and repetitive, and so is Min Min. She's not the worst character in this game, but she is the worst DLC character in this game. The only redeeming part of Min Min is her stage and music. I really like Spring Stadium, and Arms music is absolutely fantastic. Overall, Min Min is a boring character with a good stage and good music. I've made fun of Byleth in the past, but honestly, I take most of it back. While I do believe that we did not need an 8th Fire Emblem character, Byleth doesn't feel like the others. She's definitely the least gimmicky DLC character, as in, she doesn't even have a gimmick, but she's really fun to play as. Back when I clowned on Byleth, I never really played her, but recently I'm starting to like her moves more and more. She feels fun to play, and while I've never played Three Houses, from the gameplay I've seen, I think she does a pretty good job representing the game. Her stage and music are pretty average, and my only issue with Byleth is how she's another Fire Emblem character. But honestly, I still really like her, it's just that I like the rest of the DLC more. When Plant first came out, the general surprise was reaction and confusion. Now that he's out, most people don't play him for a couple of reasons. 1, he's not too good, placing low to mid tier, and 2, people don't like his campy playstyle. What's keeping Plant from being lower is how well he represents the character. You can't go above him, and this is for a couple reasons. His super strong projectile neutral B, his fantastic up smash, or his reliable up tilt. His moveset all calls from the different Piranha plants, like the fire, poison, spiky, and normal plants. Besides his representation, he isn't too fun to play as or against, and he doesn't even come with music or a stage. Banjo is tough. When I first heard that Ultimate had DLC, my top 3 picks were Steve, Joker, and Banjo. Would you look at my luck? Anyways, my point is, I freaked out when I saw Banjo in Smash, but after a year with him out, he doesn't play too fun. I think Banjo wins in almost every department. His attention to detail is insane, and it does feel like you are playing Banjo-Kazooie. The main problem is what that entails. Banjo is a very campy character. Playing against him feels frustrating because of his fantastic down special and side special. But playing as him feels frustrating because besides those 2 moves, he isn't very strong. His gimmick is his fantastic side B, Wonder Wing. This move can be used as almost anything. It's an invincible tackle that deals damage, can kill, recover, and even more. This is balanced by its use of 5 per stock, and it's honestly balanced as well as it possibly could be. His stage is borderline unplayable because I feel like I'm gonna throw up whenever I do play on it, but their music is really good. Overall, Banjo's just annoying to play against, but I'm still really happy he's here. Okay, hear me out. These last few DLC picks were really hard to judge. I think that all these next 5 characters could be contenders for my favorite character in the game, and that made ranking them even harder. In the worst of the best, we have Sephiroth. While I think Sephiroth does everything right, his attention to detail is phenomenal, and he has all the bells and whistles that DLC characters usually have. They really did give him his big sword without compensating for anything. His stage is great and actually works pretty well as a competitive stage, and I'm really glad to have more Final Fantasy music in the game. But we still don't have that much. Anything is good, but Square doesn't really like giving their IPs out. More songs would have really been nice. But besides that, I think he's a fun, well-represented, and well-balanced character. I love Hero. He's my favorite character to play as, but objectively, I can see why some don't like him. There was a lot of controversy when Hero was first revealed. People were saying he was too luck-based, which is quite a dumb argument. Mr. Game & Watch can kill out of a combo at 0 if he hits a 9. Luigi can kill with a misfire, Rob can sometimes trip with a down tilt leading into even more combos. But what makes Hero different from all these? Besides that, I've never beat a Dragon Quest game, but I have tried Dragon Quest XI-S Echoes of an Elusive Age Definitive Edition, because they really needed both the S and the Definitive Edition. Either way, Hero represents a JRPG character really well. His spell menu and all the crazy moves he has, and the fact that you need a certain amount of MP for them, his random critical hits just like from the game, damage and speed buffs, and more. On top of that, we got 4 different Dragon Quest characters instead of just 1, which adds a lot to the representation. Hero's stage and music is absolutely fantastic and fits the games. Overall, Hero is in my opinion the best casual character in the game and extremely well represented. Terry Bogard is probably the least known DLC character, specifically in the West. He was the only DLC character that I didn't know of until he was revealed, but that certainly doesn't change my opinion on him. So much love was poured into Terry, and he's definitely helped by Sakurai's personal enjoyment of the game. Nearly every single one of Terry's moves directly represents something from Fatal Fury or the King of Fighters series. And he has that little bit of extra DLC oomph with his 2 special moves, Power Geyser and Buster Wolf. Terry's stage is possibly the most unique in the game, with walls that you have to smash your opponents through, and in the background you can see everyone from his series, who's for good boys and girls. The only criticism I have against him is that he isn't someone a casual player could play as. You need a pretty good understanding of Smash to understand what this is. Other than that, he's a great character who has a great moveset. Steve is such a hyped character that the announcer sounds like he's freaking out saying his name. Steve! Everything about Steve is perfect. Literally the way his sword works, the way he mines, the way he builds, he's incredibly smart down smash down tilt. Everything about him is just perfect. Just look at his stage, look at his animations, look at the short Enderman! I think Steve has the best DLC stage in this game. I can't get over how much this looks exactly like Minecraft. So, Steve is perfect, right? Good animations, great stage, fantastic music, a fun and interesting moveset. Who could be better? Well... I like Persona 5, can you tell? And I really tried to be unbiased, but I could not put anybody else in first place. Let me go over every single part of our criteria with Joker. First, attention to detail. Joker has so much detail in him, whether it be his face changing in the portrait when he summons Arsene, or the way that Aegon and Aegon look. Does it feel like you're playing him? Yeah, he feels like a nimble teenager with a gun and a knife. The average high schooler. Arsene also really adds to his moves and animations, and it's exactly like it is in the game. You don't need me to tell you that Persona music is good, but the stage changes colors depending on what game the music is from. I have never been happier to not be colorblind. Finally, is he fun? Yeah, he's super fun. He has a unique combo game and a unique gimmick with his down B and Arsene. You can take years mastering him, but you can immediately pick him up and understand what's going on. So, overall, Joker is the best DLC character in the game. He fills every single criteria I came up with, and I honestly can't think of one that's better. Unless some other person comes out later who's way more detailed, I think I'm confident saying Joker will be the best DLC character in Smash Bros. Ultimate. So, that was my list. Don't leave yours in the comments, I don't care.